Did you know Toothless might have been lying to Hiccup about his ability to fly this entire time? And what if Hiccup had already been saying goodbye to Toothless long before that final scene, throughout the entire third film? Today we're breaking down 10 hidden things you didn't notice in How to Train Your Dragon. But first, if Toothless destroyed you emotionally, drop a dragon in the comments. And if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Number 1. Toothless will outlive Hiccup by over a century. Here's a detail that hits completely differently once you realize it. After Hiccup grows old and passes away, Toothless keeps going for decades, possibly for over a century after, and the proof is already in the franchise. The Red Death is confirmed to live up to 2,000 years. That's not a theory. That's established lore. And when Bala looks at Toothless and calls him young at around 20 years old, that word alone tells you everything. If 20 is young for a dragon, Toothless's total lifespan isn't 50 or 60 years. It's at least 200, which means the goodbye at the end of the third film isn't just emotional for us. It's the moment Toothless watches the person he loves most begin a journey that Toothless will still be standing after. Hiccup gets a full human life. Toothless gets everything after it. Still flying, still leading his kind, still raising his offspring, alone, for a very long time. Number 2. Toothless was never actually unable to fly without Hiccup. What if Toothless could fly on his own the entire time and just chose not to? The third film tells us clearly that Toothless can't fly without Hiccup's help. That's the whole emotional foundation of their bond. But after rewatching the first movie, there are moments that completely contradict that. When Hiccup is in real danger, Toothless takes off and reaches him on his own. No mechanical tail, no rider, just Toothless flying. And even earlier, when Astrid first meets Toothless, he literally kidnaps her and launches into the sky. It's messy and uncontrolled, but it's still flying. So the question isn't whether Toothless could fly alone. He already proved he could. The real question is why he kept letting Hiccup believe otherwise. And maybe the answer is simpler than anyone wants to admit. Toothless didn't need the tail to fly. He needed it to make sure Hiccup always had a reason to stay. Number 3, Toothless chose not to kill Grimmel, and the reason is darker than you think. In the final battle of How to Train Your Dragon 3, Toothless comes face to face with Grimmel and has a completely clear shot, but he holds back his plasma blast. Most people assume he couldn't do it, but there's a darker detail hiding in the second film that changes everything. Under the Bewilderbeast's mind control, Toothless accidentally killed Stoic, a man who treated him like family. He had no control over it, and that moment never left him. So when Grimmel is standing right there, Toothless doesn't hesitate because he's weak. He hesitates because he knows exactly what he's capable of. He's been there before. He knows what it feels like to use that power and not be able to take it back. Toothless isn't sparing Grimmel out of mercy. He's protecting himself from becoming something he can never come back from. That's not weakness. That's the most self-aware moment any dragon in this franchise has ever had. Number 4. The Light Fury is actually more powerful than Toothless, and she's never once shown her real strength. Everyone assumes Toothless is the most powerful dragon in the franchise, the Alpha. Untouchable, the one no dragon can match. But after rewatching, there's a detail hiding in every single scene the Light Fury appears in, and it completely reframes her. Toothless needs time and positioning to disappear. The Light Fury vanishes almost instantly. Mid-air, mid-flight, mid-attack, you cannot track her. And her speed isn't just about distance, she's more agile than Toothless, which makes every single one of her movements nearly impossible to predict or dodge. But here's the part that changes everything. She never actually fights seriously. Not once in the entire film. No rage, no full power attacks, nothing that comes close to what she's truly capable of, which means we have never once seen what the Light Fury can actually do. A dragon that disappears instantly, moves faster than anything in the sky, and has never shown anyone her real strength. Wouldn't just be dangerous. She'd be completely unstoppable. Number 5. Toothless had a girlfriend before the Light Fury, and she's been in the films the whole time. What if Toothless had a girlfriend before the Light Fury, and she's been right there in the background of almost every scene? Every single time Hiccup and Astrid are talking, Toothless and Stormfly are in the background together, playfully dancing. Most people never even notice, but after rewatching the third film, there's a detail that reframes all of it. When Stormfly finds her new boyfriend, the way they dance together is the exact same way she once danced with Toothless. And then there's a shot, easy to miss, where Toothless Toothless watches them. His eyes reflect Stormfly and her boyfriend dancing together, and that same reflection appears again the first time he sees the Light Fury. Toothless wasn't just lonely before the Light Fury showed up, he was watching someone he cared about move on. And the moment he saw the Light Fury, something in him recognized exactly what he'd been missing. Number 6. Hiccup has been quietly lifting 800 kilograms this entire time. Here's something hiding in plain sight across the entire franchise. Everyone remembers Hiccup as the underdog, the scrawny Viking who stayed behind at the blacksmith while everyone else went to fight dragons. But after rewatching, there's a detail that proves Hiccup became genuinely physically powerful, and nobody talks about it. In the third movie, Toothless gets excited about something and jumps directly onto Hiccup. And Hiccup doesn't just absorb it, he steadies himself, pushes back, against a dragon that weighs approximately 800 kilograms. And here's what makes that detail matter. In the second movie, he couldn't do that. The same situation happens, and he buckles completely. Between those two films, something changed. Hiccup didn't just grow as a leader or a thinker, he grew into the son of Stoic the Vast. The strength was always in the bloodline, it just took time to arrive. Number 7. Hiccup is actually one of the strongest characters in the entire franchise. Here's the detail most people completely overlook. In the TV series, Snotlout punches Hiccup directly in the face. Hiccup hits the ground and gets straight back up like it was nothing. Then later, Hiccup punches him back. One shot, Snotlout goes down instantly and doesn't get up. In the second movie, when Toothless gets excited about his new tail, he jumps on Hiccup. And Hiccup not only supports the weight on one leg, he physically pushes him back. A Night Fury weighs 1,700 pounds, and honestly, it makes complete sense once you think about it. Hiccup grew up working as a blacksmith every single day, hammering metal, lifting equipment, building mechanisms. While every other Viking kid was training to fight, Hiccup was building functional strength in a forge. He was never the weakest Viking in Berk. He was just the one everyone underestimated. Number 8. The 5 strongest dragons in How to Train Your Dragon, ranked. Number 5. The Red Death, massive, controls other dragons, unleashes fire like a living flamethrower. It ruled the entire nest through fear until a Night Fury brought it down. Number 4. The Screaming Death, a terrifying underground beast that tunnels through solid rock, almost impossible to stop once it locks onto a target. Most dragons can't even track it. Number 3. The Skrill, fast, intelligent, and deadly. It can absorb lightning and unleash it straight back, and it can go directly toe-to-toe with Toothless in a fight. Number 2. The Bewilder Beast, Alpha Class. Mind controls every dragon around it. Its ice breath freezes entire battlefields in seconds. The most dominant force in the franchise until Toothless said no. Number 1. Toothless in Alpha mode. Not the biggest, not the heaviest, but Plasma Blast's unmatched speed, stealth, and the ability to defeat alpha dragons once he unlocks his full potential. Adaptability beats raw power every single time. Number 9. The Light Fury was never actually running from Toothless. She was studying him. Here's a detail nobody talks about. Everyone assumes the Light Fury kept flying away because she didn't trust Toothless yet. But after rewatching, something completely changes how you read every single one of those scenes. When she hangs upside down on that branch, that is exactly what Toothless did in the first film when he was studying Hiccup. She's not leaving, she's watching, testing every move. Every single reaction she has is a direct response to something Toothless does first. She never makes the first move. She's always one step behind, gathering information, and then she accidentally steps on his drawing. They clash for a second. Silence. She looks down, sees what she stepped on, and walks around it. That's the moment everything shifts. Not a grand gesture, not a dramatic scene, just a small, quiet moment of recognition. She stopped testing him right there, and everything after that was already decided. Number 10. Hiccup was saying goodbye to Toothless the entire time, not just at the end. Everyone remembers the final goodbye as the most emotional moment in the entire trilogy. But after rewatching the third film, there's a detail that completely reframes their entire relationship. Because Hiccup wasn't saying goodbye at the end. He'd been saying goodbye the whole time. By the second film, you can already see it happening. Hiccup has too much pulling at him. And for the first time in his life, Toothless stops being the most important thing in his world. Then, in the third film, after Hiccup sees the hidden world for the first time, he doesn't run to Toothless in excitement. He stands back and just watches, like someone who already knows how the story ends. And in every flying scene of the third film, Hiccup's mind is somewhere else, never fully present with Toothless the way he always was in the first movie. That never happened once in the first film, which means the goodbye wasn't a decision Hiccup made at the end. It was a process that started long before the final scene, and Toothless felt every single step of it. And that's it! Which one hit you hardest? Toothless choosing not to fly without Hiccup, or Hiccup saying goodbye the entire time without anyone noticing? Let me know in the comments. Hit that like button if you want the next part, and make sure you're subscribed because we're uncovering even more secrets next time.